loyalty to a sweet, sweet mama Salone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we gon' make Salone. Anytime where you there, it no matter. Anytime where you be, it no matter. Anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we putting up stronger one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. Where breeze not a shade. TPP TV, talking points platform. Then they give you information about Salone.
Yes, family, welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. Today, now the big day. Today, April 27, 2021. My name is Mohamed Kadu. I'm so excited for bringing this segment here because this is related to we independence. But in this very important segment, I decided at least for invite some very special people again for help young man. Now we can talk either how the way forward. Salone done officially 60 years. You know what did they mean with somebody 60 years? What did they mean? And when we check all along, in and out, back and front, up and down, we ask ourselves, where did we go wrong? One time beautiful place, a place when I'm like a symbol, a beacon of hope, countries in the sub-region, Africa that they look forward to. But today, where are we when it comes to anything related to positivity? Now, for help me talk this talk better one, they with Joseph Acisse, we now young man we create the frame, the Sierra Leone frame, where they see so on Facebook where people and they click and use. You know, with yeah, Joseph, you go greet people in where they listen you around the world.
Yeah, Fambo Leonardo. Me na Joseph Acisse and the pioneer of Faith Salone.
Okay, thank you very much. And again, we soon they get one of we comrade now, we na Alpha Kuruma, it will join we. But again, me people, this day is a very important day for we as Sierra Leoneans. In anyhow we look at this now a day where I feel say we all for come together. We suppose for actually celebrate this day and map out strategies for push we country in the next 60 years. Now, we all don't see how the 60 years turn like. The question is, how we want to foresee the next 60 years? Now, Mr. Joseph, how do you want to see, how you want to foresee Salone in the next 60 years, given which we need to talk about the past, we look at the present and the future now. Because if we go on the past, and it will be a long story. Now, what's in your own vision? You're a young man, you get your own project with Iran in terms of sensitizing young people. How you want to see Salone in the next 60 years from now?
Well, in the next 60 years from now, we go on for see Salone like the Salone where we all want for make it be. But we not go able to move forward again if we not go back, if we not try for highlight the problems them where we already know and try for fix them step by step. We get so many lapses them, like when I be young, a politician one go na me area, a look with the Pekin and sit down and he say, una future leaders of tomorrow. But I don't try for imagine since then. What do you mean by that? I don't try for look all around and see what this politician really mean. When I look back and see, say, these future leaders of tomorrow when then say, when are we by then 10 and day, me mama not able to get a loan from government, we go able to take care of them future leaders of tomorrow. the Pekin are not able get, the future leaders of tomorrow, not able to get a school, we then get a playing ground or a permanent solution to all other situations than at the school. The Pekin, they're not able, these future leaders of tomorrow, they're not able forget a transport system where effective and get a permanent solution where will take them Pekin there from school and back home. The Pekin are not get security system where they go feel secure in their own country or their own surrounding. So all that thing there are things that we get for look and see, for try for see how we as young man them now society go to fix that thing there for the next 60 years.
You sound.
Yes, so formula, just like where Abi inform una say, we go get some BB Galejo then we colleagues and we join we on this very special segment where we specifically tied to where did we go wrong as a country. Back then, 60 years ago, Salone are like a model. We are like example. All man they look forward to Salone. But unfortunately, things and don't turn the opposite direction for we. Now, yes, Alpha, you will greet people there where the list we are around the world before we continue the program proper.
Yeah, famulem on all Christian Cabo and Happy Independence Day.
All right, thank you. Yes, Mr. Gaba. Okay, Gaba, I think we get an issue with your phone, with the device.
For unmute.
Okay, I think it don't go out. Okay, Famule, let we try for answer the question we'll bring calm to now. See, where did we go wrong as a country? First, let we start from the independence. First, let we see how this be happened in 1961 April.
There was a holiday feeling in Freetown.
Okay, fam, will that now be just a short history about how we official independence? I will go to straight to Doc. Where did this all start? How did this all go wrong? From something where we all be cherries, something will be highly promising to what you experience now. How do we found it in this situation?
Well, once more, I want to say a very happy Independence Day to all Sierra Leoneans. I mean, it's good to be free. For like, people for rule you as a government. A very, very much good than we get somebody else say in the case this time the British we've been come for rule we. But to you question specific where we go wrong, I mean for me I just believe say we go wrong the time when we leaders them part of the founding fathers them we they negotiate for independence, become selfish and everybody get your own selfish desire of how you want benefiting self rather than looking at a bigger picture for Sierra Leone. Mind you, Sierra Leone, one of the countries that we're lucky for gain independence much more earlier. And we lucky also we not fed. Like we get a bloody war. Like if you think about countries like Zimbabwe, Namibia, Mozambique, we fed bloody war and get a devastated effect into the infrastructure and the population. We were lucky and negotiate we were easily somewhat forget independence, and we get so much structures them for admire comparable to other African colonies them now West Africa at that time. But as I say, they only start when we found in leaders them we then start forget a misunderstanding of firstly election before independence or independence before election. Then fracas then they start and gradually people see and say the best way forget political base or forget political favor and huge numbers in the favor. Now when they bring about wetin make you always say political tribalism. Because in Sierra Leone, I don't believe say we too get tribalism problem where they exist comparable to many other countries them in Africa. We they intermarry, we they do business and live anywhere freely. Unless it come into politics, then nowadays we politicians and don't successfully so far divide we where it's about Usa Komot, it's about me region, it's about me tribe, it's about my brother, and just go vote for any Jack and Jones. And at the end of the day, 60 years down the line, we country now don't reach retirement age. There is nothing to show for because the politicians, as I say, don't get a easy ride in which they wholly bring about tribal division and sentiment and enrich themselves at the expense of the masses. So these don't start from the founding fathers them. And unfortunately, subsequent president or leaders them not able or not willing for eradicate this disease way, this greed and political tribalism.
Okay, thank you very much. Again, we'll play one more clip. We connected to the independence again. The president, Julius Maada Bio, invites some dignitaries then. Now the sub-regions then we can join her. Among them, the president of Guinea, the president of Gambia, the president of Ghana, they all grace the occasion. Let me just play, let's see some of their arrivals. Okay, that's not just some of the guests that we come up. Now, Mr. Gaba, they go to you directly. We see something will surprise me, surprise the general public. We ex-president, ex-president Honest by Koruma, he pulled a statement this morning, we see and say, he only received an invitation at the back door at a very late period. In other words, on the very day, now they invite him for come. As a Sierra Leonean, how you feel when it regards to consolidating with peace? We are not even talking about respect. We are talking about peace. national cohesion. There is no way, you know, get no other way for slider the ex-president stakeholder. How you feel? What does this mean for the fragile peace where we get at the country, where even the ex-president, where I go say now all gets the independence, where like now then for prepare, would have for come, at least one of the first person to remember, then get an invitation on the very last moment. And he said, no, not even do it officially, now just communication, verbal communication, instead of even put on pen or in paper. I walk with you how you feel as a Sierra Leonean. What in this mean? In 60 years, you still participating.
So, good evening. Firstly, me wake this morning and I see this thing now social media, because social media don't make the world on then we are. To make her come and no say the president Gary say the now government invite him, well, by mouth say for making attend the 60th anniversary gathering. One force no pull political sentiment, tribal sentiment, and the likes. Make we look at this bigger picture, say now being a former president, you know, and not to like presidents who don't left power decades or two ago. You know, he just left power quite recently. I think say if we talk about peace, you know, and reconciliation, if we talk about oneness in a nation, you know, if we look at this broader picture, you know, as a Sierra Leonean, I think so then they not be go down well with me and a lot of other Sierra Leonean, because now a total disrespect, I can say, a total disrespect. If me not been the president self, I'll forget that kind of press release day and I'm not been for mass day, you know. Now utter disrespect, and this not the send good signal to the layman that's Ghanaian waiting at the bush, you know, we get access to social media. I'm me waiting at that tongue, you know, we and not get access to social media, but when picking go going get the information, say, hey mama, I saw this president do go invite the past president and tell him say for go independence celebration, you know, which was totally wrong and not ideal. And this not a preach peace, you know. If we want for preach peace, not to one way this way, I think say then preach peace at all. And this send bad signal again to international body, to international world, say peace and unification not in the country at all not.
Unmute. Unmute your mic.
Okay. First, for just buttress the point, with a some mixed feeling at the international community. One, when they come internationally, when they say there is peace and tranquility in a Salone, when they ask for investors and come, but the investors here, they say get researchers there, then they watch what's they go on. Nobody know that within right mind, they go invest money, millions of dollars, now side way peace they threaten, way fragile. Like what did the president do? So I think I mean don't talk I have many times say President Julius Madabio, the people always surrender, they give bad advice. They give bad advice. I mean, and sometimes even if they can say like you drink bitter medicine for level well. And so we people like you say parable. Nobody don't like bitter medicine. But if you're not bitter medicine, they make you well. No, doctor, they now you go take her, not so. Now,
Exactly.
The president can already say, yeah, and honest Koma, not two friends. All right. And you know, just start they say we're not going to ever be friends. That statement alone for us, they send bad signal. And again, they don't prove. So what's not the point of you bringing peace commission where then they talk about now, Mr. Joseph, how you feel about the situation where they unfold when it comes to police and the military, then at a start, at this very point, we see one disturbing video they go away. Even the military, they say, then they take charge. In other words, they kill people there. Anybody starting from the opposition or anywhere where they challenge or whatever. How you feel as a Sierra Leonean? You feel not the right step is where the military for take?
No, everybody with a mind, with a common sense. Let me put politics, let me put everything aside, but we all are Sierra Leonean. And when we get with history, when they say Salone are the first country where women vote, now the whole world, that shows say real democracy start in Salone. So which means say every citizen of Sierra Leone get a way for do things and not hurt any other body. So according to what you question, like if me actually now be the president of Sierra Leone, that moment there when the man and they do that thing there, straight off, I they pull a press release say I don't sack all the man there, don't dismiss them at the army. But again, I see a press release today. I don't know whether not true because Salone how things they now, things go be true, things go be lie. But I see a press release today when the I think the Minister of Defense pull a press release, say man and then they take action against them. We have very good action and because as a military man, you know for mix into politics. Because waiting and show so directly then involved into politics, which not good for we society. If the military where we feel say them for able for safeguard we borders them, then don't come allow politicians for come within them and able to make that thing so it's carrying our country. Every Sierra Leone with the right man go free because how independent we now 60 years of independence, civilian go one common for show the world waiting in at their mind or show the president waiting in at their mind. Then you as a military man wait for safeguarding people and they go pull. You even say let them send them into social media.
Yeah,
let the world see them. How, unprofessional, and I'm really happy waiting the Minister of Defense do where he pull a press release say them people there will not support them and then go out of the code of conduct of the army and we deal with them. A very, very professional waiting the minister of if not true thing will come out if not because now social media is here and social media everything they pass on. But if not so it be the Minister of Defense do that. Now I'm really happy for them and I really good step then take. So now that okay, me towards that.
Thank you very much. Now yes, Doc, tell me what I want to see Salone in the next 60 years. Now I don't want to deliberate on the past. Because we go sleep here. We don't know. We don't get nothing for sure. You know, if we start for categorize about the problem, we go sleep here. Now let me just like what I can say from full, you know, for like gain wisdom.
Gain wisdom.
Yeah. Yes, we don't full wisdom. Okay, sometimes the full go make sense. Sometimes it's impossible. Imagination is everything. I want to see Salone in the next 60 years.
Well, I mean, some of we lucky enough small, don't travel 1 or 2 places, don't live foreign lands them. And we don't see how them places then they're not to heaven, but we don't see how the basic necessities of life, then they're very much accessible for the citizens, them resources then we then get. They work for the citizens then. So I believe say now that kind of Salone we all want to see. But the question is how this go be. You understand? Because we just need a change of mentality, both as an average citizens and with the kind of political leaderships them we really get. You understand? Because politics in itself not bad because now we'll get political partism and all we go able to get a thriving democracy. But then we need sober-minded politicians them for lead them party then day, but it's all up to we the ordinary Sierra Leoneans them. You understand? Because Sierra Leone problem now perennial problem now for 60 years. You understand? The problem with the army and all, not so today start. It been not start today. They just this now like social media world. You understand? It's easier for us to think them. So first of all, we really need for the leaders them. We know they pan do me. Obviously, patriotic and nationalistic leaders them, where they put country first. Not a rocket science. For let people and get drinking water, let we get hospitals and schools. Not to rocket science. Salone get the resources. We not get big population. But it all depends also, as I can always say to the Sierra Leoneans, them, especially the one the way don't expose, don't travel outside small, don't see how things they work, or don't become educated to some certain extent. For spread the message, let we be patriotic, let we open, we can't remain the highs them. Say, mama, papa, not to say for be civil society organizations them. I don't mean the one the way na liberalism then they pa. You understand where this party come, then support, then get their own nefarious activities or sober-minded civil service. Because at the end of the day, now when politicians no say there is no stronghold, you understand? No, get me wrong. Every country, even Americas, then party then get certain cities or states when a stronghold. But for the main part, the elections of people based on ideologies, based on ideas how for deliver for the people them. Until that mami na makeni, that mami na bow, no say. I need to go even for the sun or I need to go even for the palm tree because now me countryman, look what in this person don't do until we as landed Sierra Leoneans, them patriots, them, we ready for speak out. Then politicians, them go fear. People then go see politics now not as a lucrative business. Who you know say you get for deliver. APC, SLP, NGCC for see not just need for give you symbol. That's all you need, na Salone. You understand? For like go win election or any of them country then stronghold. But when you know say you credibility counts. We institutions, then they work, anti-corruption, they bet you. The people and they go on. Whether they go farm, they go farm. Whether go left Salone at the end of the day. Because politics not go be lucrative for them. Because politics supposed to be serving the people. But we see in Sierra Leone, we get demigods with politicians then. Demigods. Then go all over people and they surround them, they clap all over. What can they do for you? You understand? For some of we, it's sickening, you understand? Where we they see other countries, them, they grow, other countries, them, where Salone be pass, they grow. So we want to get a Sierra Leone where the political class, the civil workforce, go be one of integrity where they deliver for the people and use we resources them equitably for every region, every tribe that a country they. Whether they support you, they vote for you or not. And I can Sierra Leone, we want to see where water they, lights they, good schools and they, hospital they, internet facilities and they, people are able to create businesses. You understand? Because government not go able to do everything. Government not go able to employ everybody. But government for make sure say we get the enable environment. You understand? For let private enterprise and thrive. I don't think then the government for this focus on not to in the government them that is for 60 years, then go up in one small bridge, now one village, then go there, make sure an SLBC blow. We are tired, you understand? So this is not just like an appeal to Sierra Leoneans then. I wish the next 10 years, then we come here, we know say Salone heaven or don't reach which side we want to go, but we all be able to see tangible development. We can do this. We can do this. It's up to us to send a very strong message to the political class. Say we no mix per stronghold. If you know APC councillor or mayor na Makeni, you know deliver, we boot you out. The same na Kailan, the same na Cambia. We the boot you out. It's all about delivering for the people. It's all about patriotism.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Arthur, how you want to see Salone in the next 60 years? What's your imagination?
The next 60 years, we all within at this forum, one way or the other, go down to an old panel. And so we want a better Sierra Leone. Yeah, we go down to want a better Sierra Leone for we picking them, we grand picking them, we grand picking them, inception picking them. And how that go happen when we get a non-political Sierra Leone, a non-tribal mind. You know, a Sierra Leone way with a love we self. That's how we love stranger. A Sierra Leone will embrace we self. That's how we embrace stranger. Because now some of the next 60 years, Salone will be a better place for we all. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we make this program very short because we know sitting in a busy day. So man go spend your own time with your family. Now a very beautiful day for us as Sierra Leoneans. We happy regardless of everything. Yes, freedom is everything. We know so we get challenges, but at least we don't get the test for at least know how to manage yourself. You know, easy. Even you personally in your own life, where you are administer. You know, so you got some challenges. So imagine as a country. But however, we feel say there is hope in the line. There is hope in the future. We believe that one strongly. So yeah, Mr. Joseph, are you want to see Salone in the next 60 years?
Well, if you ask me that question, that I want to see Salone in the next 60 years. I don't want to see Salone in the next 60 years because maybe I'm not going to there alive for see that again. Because I want to see Salone in the next 15 years. Okay. A Sierra Leone where we go get the youth of Sierra Leone go engage in the politics of Sierra Leone. I want to see Sierra Leone in the next 15 years where SLPP and APC no go be anymore, but we'll get a new political force with a young, vibrant, sober-minded youth where they go think about not for like say where we go when they say now them politicians they are where SLPP can have power, then go take 10,000 soldier man and say would and provide jobs for them. That's not a job. When APC can go take 10,000 policemen and recruit them, say they provide jobs. We don't provide job opportunity. We get the army. We don't provide job for people for going to the army. We don't provide people for going to how you call them, traffic wardens. These are not jobs. This cannot move Sierra Leone anywhere. The Sierra Leone I want you say youth then go team up and say now Sierra Leone they make soda soap. In the past 60 years. Let we try for improve and make a company who go calling people out and say make soda soap and improve them. We go employ thousands of people and for improve that soap day. Sierra Leone they make a permine. What you don't do, we don't try for improve that permine day to any other way where that permine day we go sell abroad or any other side. No, it's still the same way. Sierra Leone go get an agricultural system where we go feed we safe. Because we don't live in that part of the world here. We don't see how waiting they give people the money in that part of the world here. Now industry. Not so for go recruit police, but go recruit go make this one, this, that, not so that. That's not a job opportunity create. Job opportunity is you go create, you go able to make something when a permanent something. With transport sector there under. We don't able to make. Hello?
Yeah, I said like skills training.
Very good. With transport system there, I then so it we don't even make we don't in Europe, we don't see how the transport system there. But Sierra Leone up till now will not solve that problem there. We'll go put thousands of youths them, we give them buses them instead of go buy big cars and big other things them for them at the country. With police force, why would they get a problem with police force? Let police not be say now a last way person they think of for let it do. Because if you go into let we say the police force, you go there with your heart, say I let can forgo, not to because of another option. When you not get option first until you go there, like so you try for you go into police because you want to survive. Your person they try for survive, they survive in any way. So if you go into the police force, say they try for survive, it means say you can do anything for make you survive in the police force. But if you go into the police force, you say I'll go there because I'm willing for it not be a say an option. But let it be say I like the police force, I want to go there. So you go able to do it perfectly. But if you go there, say I go there because of another option, and when you go there and forgo the gig, oh man, what you go feel go happen? You go always get problem with the people where they try for safeguard. So that's not a job opportunity where the state they create for we as youth man there. So I want to see Sierra Leone in the next 50, not the next 60 years. I'm not go there, maybe I'm not go there by the 10 day, or you not go there by the 10 day. You understand? But I want to see a Salone in the next 15 years. Let youth of Sierra Leone, we the youth of Sierra Leone, where we go able there in the next 15 years or in the next 10 years for see Sierra Leone back, because them part they are almost here now, then they most of them part there. Then they 50, 60 years, 70 years. What do you think of again? They don't get long time, but we get long time for see we mistakes they don't make.
For them picking grand picking.
You see, so they don't get nothing for lose. But if we the youth of Sierra Leone, we will come on board. We come together as one. Whether you know mandate team Limba local or where you be, where we know we are Sierra Leonean. When you left Sierra Leone, tell you not Sierra Leonean, you not to mandate, you not to team or you local. But let we the youth of Sierra Leone come together, make a formidable force where we will stand against them part there also. Then we will push Sierra Leone for go before our one time, because we picking them then go all be tomorrow responsible in the next 30 years until we go live in the next 30 years. We begin to go all be responsible. But then part another 50, 60, 70 years. You see? Okay. So now the kind of Salone I want to see is Salone will go get everything when it comes in terms of industry support or for the youth them. That's the great job opportunity for the youth them.
Thank you very much. So Doc, what's it gonna be last word? Time done between now.
Well, my last word to people them now that let we be patriotic. Let we always try to look at the bigger picture. You know, not look say okay because me don't get one or two connections. I can able survive. I go able better myself. I will use this my position or civil service organization where they for better myself and get contract. Now make sure say the good governance then we some of una don't learn. The grants and loan them way foreign donors they go now for sensitize and educate the nations them. Una make sure say una do them. So the average citizens also way they watch we.
Okay, I think here you get some problems. So yes, Mr. Arthur, what's going to be your last word before we say goodbye?
Well, yeah, just want to say happy independence to all Sierra Leonean and make we like ourselves, they will lose self as one, as a nation.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Joseph, what's will be your last word?
Well, my last word will go to the youth of Sierra Leone and happy independence to every Sierra Leonean. Like the youth, them, the people, and when the way they suffer everything at the country, as I can say. Now, them politicians they use. Now, they not get job. Then they suffer everything. So, my last word to the youth, them, not allow any politician for use you. Everything where you do today will affect you tomorrow. So hold tight and forget, let politicians not tell you, say, go on the street and go do this or go do that. When picking and sit down out and you go do them. So now this is my last word to the youth of Sierra Leone. Let them face the reality of their own life.
Okay, thank you very much. So family, now so we come to the end of the program. We wish you a happy, blessed, prosperous independence celebration. We wish for let Salone become a middle developed country. We wish for see transport they become more easy for people. We wish for see we get good roads, water. We wish for see education improve. We believe we get the human resource today. We get the power. We don't do until today. We do back. So Lord, we love ourselves. Lord, we put Salone first. Lord, we left by that. Lord, left tribalism. You know they pay. Lord, we left this division. You know they help we. Lord, we not get carried away by some selfish politicians and way they not get nothing for use. They not get nothing for deliver. The only two Lord and get now for divide and rule. Lord, we say no to them. And I believe say if we continue for work as one, as a team, as brothers and sisters, believe me, not even 60 years, like where Mr. Sese, in a very short period of time, we will turn the table around. So this program, they come to you from Talking Point platform, and you can also watch on our YouTube live on Facebook as well as YouTube. And again, on tomorrow we will count another program where related to issues and where they happen at the country. So until then, I want to tell you plenty thank you. Una stay safe. COVID is real, and una enjoy the celebration peacefully. Let us not instigate you. Let us not push you for go do something. Let us not tell you say this is a Black Tuesday, Black that. Let us that we observe the rule of law. Now we observe, and this will make a big difference to your life.
Exactly. Now, important point to make so rule of law. Let nobody not send you a treat. Go about your daily business. Rule of law. Respect police and army. They are there to protect us. They're not to be enemy. Then we brother them.
At all.
You know?
At all.